Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm very excited about today's show. In today's show, I'll be making a feast for Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. In today's show, I'll be making roasted turkey with rice and pomegranate seed stuffing, pomegranate sauce, scalloped potatoes with spinach, sweet potato fries, sweet and spicy glazed carrots, and for dessert, I'll be making pumpkin cake. We will start off by making the rice stuffing. For this recipe, I need to heat 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil in a large saucepan. Now we'll add 1 cup of vermicelli noodles to our heated oil. We'll stir until golden brown. Will take about a minute or so. Our noodles are golden brown. Look how beautiful. And now to this, I will add 4 cups of long grain rice that I soaked for 30 minutes and drained the water. I will give it a quick stir. Make sure all the grains are coated with oil. To this, I will add 2 tablespoons of mixed spices. This is a blend of many spices together. And 1 tablespoon of salt. We'll give it a quick stir. Smells so good. And now to this, I will add 5 to 6 cups of water. We want to make sure there is at least 1 inch of water covering the rice. So that was 6 cups I added. We'll bring this whole mixture to a boil. The mixture is coming to a boil. I will turn the heat down to medium. Put the lid back on and let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes until tender. While we are waiting for the rice to cook, we will prepare the vegetables that goes with the rice. For this, I will need 4 tablespoons of olive oil. That's gonna go in a large skillet like that. That's good. And to this, I will add 1 large onion, finely chopped, 3 cloves of garlic, finely chopped. We'll saute until tender. Our onion and garlic are turning beautiful golden brown. To this, I will add 5 chopped carrots, and 5 stacks of celery, chopped finely. We'll saute until tender for 5 minutes or so. Our vegetables are nice and tender and they are wilted and they are ready to go. We'll turn the heat off. We will season with some salt, just a little bit to season them. Stir. Perfect. We'll check on our rice. Look how beautiful. It's halfway cooked, and this is exactly what we want. It smells amazing. I'll transfer it here. I will spoon some of this halfway cooked rice in a bowl. This is what we're gonna use for stuffing the turkey. About maybe 2 to 3 cups should be good. And to this, I will add some vegetables. Perfect. We'll stir until nicely blended. This will be our stuffing for the turkey. We'll set it on the side to cool off for a few minutes. In the meantime, I will spoon the vegetable into the rice, the whole thing. We will stir it just gently. We don't want to break the rice grains until nicely blended. This should be good. And now we will transfer the pot over the stove over low heat. Put the cover back on, and we will finish cooking the rice for about 5 to 7 minutes until nice and tender. Now it's time for us to prepare our turkey for roasting. I have about 14 pounds of turkey here. It's fresh turkey, of course. If you use frozen, you want to make sure it's thawed at least 2 days in the refrigerator. So for this, what I need to do is I already washed the turkey, pat dry it, and it's all ready to go. Before I start anything, I would do is I will loose in the skin from the meat, from the breast area and the thighs area. Make sure all of it is loosened and it's separated. So looks good. This is really easy. Sometimes you might find it difficult to do that, but this one is really easy. Of course, using fresh turkey always makes your job very, very easy. Now, what I would do is I will slip in some sage leaves underneath the skin. I'm using fresh sage leaves, and they'll go underneath the skin, just like that. It's gonna give it a lot of flavor, and it's gonna be so, so beautiful. It's gonna taste amazing. Love, love sage leaves. They really, they overpower the meat whenever you use them in the meat, and especially with the turkey. They're gonna be amazing. So I'm using about maybe 20 of them. They need to go all over. I will even place some on the thigh area. This looks so good. You can see through the skin. You see all these sage leaves. They are so, so beautiful. And now what I would do is I will sprinkle the entire bird with some black pepper inside and outside the entire turkey. Now we'll sprinkle with some salt. We want to make sure we season it real well. Perfect. Now it's time for us to stuff our turkey with the rice filling that we made. So this is what I would do is I will spoon. We'll see how much it's gonna hold, depending on the cavity of the turkey. Sometimes they are larger than others. So I think this is good. We don't want to stuff it anymore. And now what we would do is we will score the opening with a small metal score to close the opening. We don't want to have any of the stuffing coming out while roasting the turkey. So we'll score it. You can sew it with a thread if you want, but this will be good. And now we will tie the legs together. Using cotton twine, especially for cooking. Tie both legs together to secure the stuffing from not escaping, just like that. It's perfect. We will cut some of this excess twine. Perfect. And our turkey is ready to go on the roasting pan. Turkey is nice and stuffed and everything is ready. Last thing we do is, before it goes in the oven, is to brush the entire turkey with some melted butter. This will give us that golden brown crust. We will season it with some more salt. And some black pepper. Perfect. And now it's ready to go in the oven to roast. Now we will roast the turkey in the oven for 45 minutes, 450 degrees, basting every 10 minutes with melted butter. Our turkey has been in the oven for 10 minutes. We will baste every 10 minutes with some melted butter. This will give us the most beautiful golden brown turkey. And then back in the oven. While we are waiting for our turkey to roast, we will prepare the sauce that goes with the turkey. It's a pomegranate sauce. It's unbelievable. So for this, I need to heat 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Goes in a heavy saucepan like this. To this, I'll add 1 medium onion, chopped, 2 garlic cloves chopped finely. We'll saute until tender. Now we will add 1 tablespoon of mixed peppercorns. This is gonna give amazing flavor for our sauce. And we'll cook for 2 more minutes. Cooking the peppercorns will release all the flavor from the peppercorn and release all the spiciness, and it's gonna be amazing sauce. Perfect. Now to this, I will add 1 cup of red wine, a real good wine, the one that you would drink always. We'll let it cook until it's all evaporated. It smells so good. For maybe 2 minutes or so. We want to have all this to evaporate it and release all the flavors. Now we will add 6 cups of homemade chicken broth. You can use store-bought chicken broth. I always like to use homemade if it's available. And we'll bring it to a boil. The mixture is coming to a boil. Now to this, I will add 2 cups of pomegranate juice. Real healthy for you. Very high in antioxidant. It's gonna give our sauce an amazing flavor, an amazing color. It's gonna be sweet and sour at the same time. And then to this, to make it even more concentrated and more flavorful, I will add ½ cup of pomegranate syrup. That's where all the sweetness is gonna come out from this molasses, pomegranate molasses, or pomegranate syrup as some might call it. This is an amazing sauce. It's perfect to serve with the turkey, perfect to serve with some meat or chicken. Look how beautiful and glossy this molasses is. It's gonna add a lot to our sauce. And then also, to make it even more sweet, we will add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now we'll cook until this mixture forms into a sauce consistency. It's gonna take probably 20 to 25 minutes. We increase the heat, we cook in a high temperature, and we'll just let it cook to reduce and form a sauce consistency. We'll check on our sauce. Look how beautiful and thick, and it's amazing. Love this. Smells so good. Now we will season the sauce with some black pepper and some salt. We'll give it a quick stir. We will turn the heat off. To this, I will add 1 cup of pomegranate seeds and about 1/4 cup of chopped parsley. Mix it. And we'll set it on the side until we are ready to serve it with our turkey. Now we'll check on our turkey, see how is it doing. It's been in the oven for about 40 minutes. Look how beautiful and golden it already is. Now what I would do is I will reduce the temperature to 350 degrees and cook it for another hour. Our turkey has been cooking in the oven for about 55 minutes. Look how beautiful it looks. Now, because it's browning too much, what I would do is I will cover it with some parchment paper. We covered our turkey with some foil to prevent burning the crust. So now we will cook it for another hour. Now it's time for us to prepare our pumpkin cake. For this recipe, first of all, I need to get all the dry ingredients in a separate bowl like that. So for this, I will need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Make sure we level the cup. It goes in a bowl. This is an amazing cake. It's perfect for the holiday. And then to this, I will add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. This is gonna be beautiful, spicy, and it's amazing for this time of the year. 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. This will add a lot to this cake. And lastly, but not least, we need to grate 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg into our mixture. Love using the freshly grated nutmeg. That's when it has all the maximum flavor, and it's gonna add a lot to our spice in the mixture. That should be good. Stir all these ingredients to blend, and we will set them on the side. In the meantime, I have greased and dusted with flour a 9-inch square baking pan, and I lined it with parchment paper and have it ready. We'll set that on the side. Now we will work on the wet ingredient. We need 3 large eggs that we will crack in a bowl. This will go in the bowl of an electric mixer. We'll whisk. Now to this, we will add 1 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 3/4 cup of vegetable oil, gradually we'll add the flour mixture. Smells so good. Love those spices. They add so much to this pumpkin cake. It's gonna be incredible. And now to this, I will add 1 can, 15 ounces of pumpkin puree. It's about 2 cups if you want to make your own pumpkin puree. And then to this, I will zest 1 orange. And we'll continue whisking until nicely and well incorporated. Our batter looks so beautiful. Look how velvety it is, and I am amazed by the color. Looks so beautiful. Smells so good. And now to this, we have 2 more ingredients to add. We have 1 cup of raisins and 1 cup of sweetened coconut flakes. We'll fold the raisins and the coconut into the batter, and then we will spoon our mixture into our prepared pan. Cannot wait to bake this cake and have a piece. It's amazing. We will spread it evenly for even baking. And then we'll just give it a knock to release all the air bubbles, and this will go in the oven to bake. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. We'll bake the cake in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. Now we'll check on our cake. It's been in the oven for 45 minutes. We'll insert a wooden score in the middle. It comes out clean. That means it's done. We will remove it from the oven. We'll set it on the side to cool completely in the pan. Now we are ready to make our topping for the pumpkin cake. I have 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of honey in a saucepan over low heat. We'll mix until the butter is all melted. Now we add 2 cups of sweetened coconut flakes. We will turn the heat off. We'll remove the pot from the heat and we'll just stir it. Make sure everything is nicely coated. Now we will spoon the topping over the cake, just like that. And we'll spread it into an even layer. This will add a lot to our cake and it's gonna be amazing. This is a really delicious cake. It's incredible. So just spread it evenly, just like that. And that's it. Now I'm ready to prepare the scalloped potatoes with the spinach. Before we start anything, we want to make sure to prepare our spinach mixture, which contained 3 pounds of frozen spinach that I thawed and drained and squeezed all the excess water from it. This will go in a bowl of a food processor. It's nice and dry. All the excess water, it's been squeezed from the spinach. And to this, I will add 1 pound of crumbled feta cheese. Should be good. We will pulse until all the spinach leaves are chopped and mixed with the feta cheese. In the meantime, we will prepare the custard that goes on top of the spinach and the feta cheese. For this, I need 3 cups of half and half. Perfect. And 6 large eggs. And this will go over the milk. To this, I will add some black pepper to season. And just a little bit of salt. You wanna make sure you don't add too much salt because the feta cheese is already have enough salt in it, and you wanna taste it to make sure it's not too salty. You can eliminate the salt completely if it's too salty. So this will go over the spinach and feta cheese. This looks good. The mixture is nice and pureed, and this is exactly how we want it. Now we are ready to peel our potatoes. I'm using baking potatoes, large baking potatoes for this recipe. So we'll peel all our potatoes first. This recipe will make a beautiful side dish with our turkey. It's really flavorful and the colors are so nice, and it's healthy. Potatoes and spinach. It's going to be so beautiful. Now our potatoes are ready to be sliced. I'm using this mandolin to slice the potatoes for even slices. Now our potatoes are all sliced. Look how beautiful. In thin slices we slice them. This is exactly how we want them. What I would do is I have this baking dish that I lined with parchment paper. I will arrange the potatoes just like that to have the scallop effect. Just one overlapping each other, just like that, and then we will start a new row. So we have our first layer of sliced potato, scalloped potato, lined on the bottom of our baking dish. Now I will spoon half of our spinach and feta mixture over the first layer of our sliced potatoes, just like that. And we will spread it evenly. Perfect. And now we will continue arranging our scalloped potatoes on top of our first layer of the spinach mixture. Now we finished lining up the second layer of potatoes over the spinach. Now we will spoon all the remaining spinach and feta cheese mixture over. Spread it evenly. Now we will layer our last layer of potatoes on top. Now all my potatoes are lined in our baking dish, and last thing we need to do is we want to brush the entire top with some olive oil. This will give us this beautiful golden crust. Sprinkle with some salt just to season. And some black pepper. Now it's ready to go in the oven to bake. I'll have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. We'll bake it in the oven for 45 to 60 minutes. We will check on our scalloped potatoes. It's been baked in the oven for 60 minutes. Look how gorgeous. Look how beautiful. It looks amazing. Now we will check on our turkey. It's been roasting in the oven for almost 3.5 hours. Of course, it looks ready, but we will double check if it's ready or not by using a meat thermometer. We insert it on the thigh of the turkey, and it should reach 180 degrees. I think it is at 180 degrees, even a little bit past that. So that means our turkey is cooked through and it's ready. So what I would do is I will turn the oven off, remove the thermometer, and we'll remove the turkey from the oven. Set it on the side. To rest for about 30 minutes before slicing it. It looks beautiful. Look how golden, how beautiful it looks. Now I'm ready to make the sweet and spicy glazed carrots. I have 3 pounds of carrots that I washed and peeled. What I would do to them is I will just cut them diagonally into about an inch thick slices, just like that. This is an amazing recipe. It's really great time to make it around this time of the year when the carrots are really nice and fresh and they add so much color to the side dishes and to the meal that we are making. Now, in a heavy saucepan, we will add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Let it heat and melt. I like to use those iron cast pots for glazing these carrots. It will be so good and will work perfectly with what we're making. Then to this I will add 1 medium onion, thinly sliced. We'll saute until tender. Now to this I will add 2 teaspoons of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we'll saute for 1 minute until the chili powder has a lot of fragrance. Smells so good. I wish you can smell it. And this is what we need to do, is we want to make sure we can really smell that chili powder, and we do. Now to this I will add the sliced carrots. Saute. Until nicely coated with the spices and with the onion. This is going to be an amazing side dish. Just the color by itself, I think, will tell it all. And now we'll add 3/4 cup of maple syrup, and 1 cup of red wine. We'll scrape all the bits of the spices and the onion from the pot to deglaze all that. Now we will put the lid on, we cover our pot, and we'll let them cook for 20 minutes until tender. We'll check on our glazed carrots. It smells so good. Look how beautiful and glazed they are. They've been cooking for about 18 minutes. Now to this we will add 3 tablespoons of apple vinegar, and we'll let them cook uncovered for about 2 minutes. Look how beautiful and glazy these carrots are. They look amazing. Now we turn the heat off and we'll let them sit to cool off before serving them. Now we are ready to make the sweet potatoes fries. This is what I have here. I have scrubbed and washed these red potatoes. They look so beautiful. So all what I would do is I will slice them in 2 fingers. We're keeping the skin on. And they go just like that. We'll line them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. This one is way too large. We might have to cut it in half. And we'll just keep slicing. That should be good enough. And now to this, I will sprinkle some olive oil. We will make sure they are well coated with the olive oil. Just like that. Love using the red potatoes. They are so sweet and they are so delicious. And this is really an easy recipe to prepare them. Great ways to eat fries without deep frying and without going through all that process of deep frying. Everything gets nicely coated. Bring this back and we will sprinkle with some salt to season and some black pepper. Should be good. Everything is nicely coated. And now they will go in the oven to bake. We'll bake the potatoes in the oven. 400 degrees. Bake for 20 minutes. Now we will check our sweet potato fries. They smell amazing. Look how beautiful and gorgeous they look, and they smell so good. We'll set them on the side for a couple minutes to cool off. That's all the time that we have for today. In today's show, we made beautiful dishes for my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. In today's show, we made roasted turkey with rice and pomegranate seed stuffing. We made pomegranate sauce. We made scalloped potatoes with spinach. We made sweet and spicy glazed carrots. We made sweet potatoes fries. And for dessert, we made pumpkin cake. Thank you so much for coming to my kitchen, and we hope to see you next time with more exotic dishes. Happy Thanksgiving!